Hello, welcome. It has been 3 weeks, 3 whole weeks. There's a lot to talk about because it's been 3 weeks, and we've also got something brand new to look at. Brand. Why is this not working? My Stream Deck is not working. This is. Okay, I guess we will not be using my Stream Deck today. And this is out of focus. Brand new. I mean, I just did a video on this week. This week? Yeah. Friday. I posted a video about me doing actually this exact mod. This mod, this shell, this color. I did exactly this on Friday's video. And it's doing well. The video is doing very well. And I am now selling these on the website. If you couldn't tell by me doing this on stream today, I don't know why it's struggling to keep focus. But I guess maybe I should put it to manual focus. Oh gosh. You know what? It's fine. It'll fix itself later. But yeah, we're going to be doing one of these live, and I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but we'll find that out later. Man, it's really annoying that it won't focus. Is it going to focus on this now? Maybe if I zoom in a little bit more, it'll stay focused. There we go. All right, let's see. Just like normal, if you'd like me to say your name out loud on stream, say something in the chat. Speak now, forever hold your peace. We've got 3 people in here, 3 people chatting in here so far. We've got 12 people in here. We got 7 likes. I feel like we could balance that out a little bit. Just saying. The poll today, which 17 have already answered. These numbers are all over the place. I asked, is this HDMI mod too difficult for you to attempt? And 72% of you say, yes, it's beyond my skill level. And that's why I figured with the reasonable price range of this mod, and the fact that I feel comfortable enough to have done it 10 times now and not failed once, I don't know. I want to sell it. I want to try selling it. This is a test run. It's a trial. But since I've already sold 4 since posting that video, 2 of them from members and 2 of them from the people who started watching it on Friday. I feel pretty good that this will probably be a mainstay on the website. So I like it because since it is a more difficult mod, then it is I understand that Game Boy mods are really easy to do, and I also show how easy it is to do all the time. And so I get that some people will want to support me, but they're like, hey, it makes more sense for me to make it myself. And I want you to make it yourself. That's why I make the videos. But I also like to make a little bit of money. And this is in that area of even people who can do Game Boy mods might be a little too scared to do this because, as you'll see in a bit, we're going to be soldering to the CPU directly. And if you mess that up, that's not going to be fun for anybody. So I am glad to offer this, not as a service. I'm still not going to take in people's N64s. I'll be buying these probably from Japan. And that's what I bought. I bought them from Japan, I think. But with the new shell, it doesn't matter. This one I actually bought locally because the pink dot here signifies my local store's way of making sure they're tested or not tested in their store. But with these new shells, it doesn't matter what the region the console is normally from. The plastic pieces in the shell are what keep the different region cartridges from going in to the cart slot. And looks like even the store I bought this from has a region-free mod on this. So we could use the original shell if we wanted to, but we're not today. And funny enough, one of the ones that sold over the weekend was the jungle green one that I did in the video. So we will be getting to replace that today. And there won't be 2 in stock, which is nice. But that's enough rambling from me. We've got, I'm going to say this wrong. Niplob? Did I say that right? Music? We've got KJ IMAX. I'm just going to go with that. Andrew, Games and Stuff, Chicken Nug Boy, and my parents. Hello. Welcome. We got a quiet chat this time. That's all right. I will end the poll because I think it's going to say around the 70 to 30% margin. We've already kind of talked about it. So, cool. I'm going to zoom back out here and start tearing this thing down because we got a lot to do. There's a lot of screws in this thing, and there's also a lot of, yeah, it's a Japanese one. There's also a lot of soldering. It's not really a lot of soldering. It's just the CPU. We've got some sanding and cutting to do, which might take a little bit. Let's get out the old LTT screwdriver, because we've got some game bits to take care of, and I don't want to use the iFixit screwdriver. It is too small for a job like this. We've got 6 of them, 4 in the corners and 2 in the middle, and I've got the ratchet going the wrong way. Niplob. I knew I was going to get it wrong. Do I ever work on Steam Decks? Not really. I mean, I've worked on my personal Steam Deck, but I know there are hardware mods you can do to it, but it's really just a shell swap for the most part, and or like an SSD swap. And majority of the things you want to do to a Steam Deck are going to be software based. I think software mods are cool and all, but to me they're boring for videos, and they're not really fun to do, if that makes sense. They're nice to have, but they're boring for me to do. And I think it's a boring video. So I save that for other YouTubers who like doing that stuff. I don't even really care about it being like too modern of a console. I mean, I'd do Switch. I would say I would do Switch stuff, but Switch mods, the actual hardware mods, are hard to do. And did I already do that screw? I think I did. And also, I don't really want Nintendo on me. I'm sure they already don't care for what I do to the consoles I already work on. So. What's the holdup? Which one did I not unscrew all the way? Nope, it's just being stubborn. Or maybe this corner? Yes, I've got the extendo bit on it still. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The jumper pack. It's easier to take this apart when you unplug it, but as you can see here, we've got the blanking. We've got the region free mod on this one already, but we just need the screws. So we'll take those out real quick. I don't know why I put this on the ground. Yeah, a little 3D printed bracket that has no notches because, like I said in the video, the only thing that makes the regions different on the N64s is the notches in the consoles and in the cartridges. We don't need that, and we don't need that. Just need the springs, and I think that is all. Let me just give a little glance over that. I had to reflash a BIOS chip on mine. Computer science degree paid off finally. Nice. I like what I do too. This stuff is fun. Like actually taking apart and messing around with the hardware is fun. I just don't really care for software. But if people like messing around with the software, good for them. That's just, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just too dumb when it comes to software stuff. And that's all right with me. Pretty much just need to take out all of these screws. So we're going to be here a while. If you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and write them in the chat. I probably will be diving into story time because it has been 3 weeks since I last streamed, and there's a lot to talk about with that. And these are all the same size Philip bits. You need the same size Philip bit. I think it's a 2. Do they even say on here? Yeah, PH2. Except for these are PH1, but most of these screws are different lengths, so you do want to organize these. Like that. These are the longer ones. I guess I can zoom in a little bit here. But this one is going to be much longer than these ones. But I'm actually not going to remove these, like, I don't even know how many I'm not removing, but the little ones, because we're just going to take this whole heatsink off as one unit and keep that all together. It's one thing that I said in my video was to just take them all out, but I am going to save my forearms a little bit today. Let's see. Let's keep reading chat. I just discovered your channel like last month. I love your channel. I'm building my GBASP RN. Nice. Thank you. I like my channel too. I'm still a little too scared to do a CPU heavy mod on my precious N64, even though my soldering skills are pretty good already. I mean, the first time I did this mod like 2 years ago, I was pretty scared to do it. One, because a company was sending me a $300 HDMI mod, and I had never done anything like this before. But it was a lot easier than I thought. But I still was like, I'm not going to do this again for a while. Part of it was because I don't really care that much for the N64, if I'm being honest. I mean, I've made a couple of videos where I talk about that. But it's not what I grew up with, but there are definitely some games on here that I do like and are cool to go back to. And I wouldn't want to use the regular composite cables on a modern TV, just because the N64 is so not good visually, scaling it up to like even 1080p with just basic stuff. So having any sort of HDMI mod here is definitely worth it. And it's been a while since I've done these all the N64s that I modded for the video last week. So I'm trying to remember which ones I do and don't need to remove. I think I still need to remove the 2 black ones here, these 2, and then these 2. I think that's it. But we will carefully test in a moment. I do have 4 arms. I'm like, does Stitch have 4 arms? Yeah, he's got 4 arms and 2 legs. Which, Lilo and Stitch, the live action version, coming out soon. I think like next year or whatever. I don't know how I feel about that. But I'm not gonna lie, it did make me want to watch the original Lilo and Stitch again. I loved those movies growing up. I'm just going to use the iFixit screwdriver to take care of these as the loud truck drives by. And because that's the only 2 of that size we need to take care of. Guess this screw should be down there. Can take this whole assembly out, and I'll try to keep that together so I don't forget which one goes on top like I almost always do. And then we should be able to just lift the whole thing out. I want to grab these 2 things. Maybe. This doesn't really matter if I break this shell. There we go. That one did not want to come out. I don't think we need anything else from the original shell here. We'll put that off to the side. And if you're just doing a shell swap for this, then you can leave these screws in. But we are going to need to access the CPU. And dang, this one's looking clean. So I believe we can just pull that up. Boom. We've got our thermal pads on there still. And everything's looking good. Oh no. No, we are not. Okay, that's why you don't do that. Hey, I'm here to do stupid things so you don't break your consoles. I just ripped this chip off of, thankfully, only 4 pads. Don't do what I just did. Just remove all the screws. It's only 10 more screws. Just remove them. That was really dumb. That was really dumb. Okay. I'll show you what I just did. I will fix it, and it should be easily fixable. But this chip right here, hopefully it's focused enough here. It moves. And there's 2 legs there and 2 legs there that we're going to need to solder down. But that shouldn't be too hard. And then we still have to do this soldering. But we're going to put this off to the side for now. I'm glad that I didn't do this in the video. Putting that down, we're going to bring out the new shell. Yes. Well, unless you sent more, I did get the GBA and regular GB cartridges, Josh. Thank you very much. I have been using them. I want to say I used one of them on stream. I should say recently because it's been 3 weeks, but I did get them. I've been wanting to say thank you, so thank you, because it is really nice to have a ton of extras of those. I think I did give one away to a customer though. I don't know if I'm supposed to give them away or not. I'm selfishly wanting to keep them. But thank you very much. Because I abuse my original ones that I've got that Natalie made me. And I don't know how much longer those pins are going to work on the original ones. So having a bunch of fresh ones will last me quite a while. And I need it. Okay, I should probably do this on camera. So we'll put that off to the side. We don't need those till the very end, so we'll put those over there. This goes in the front half. This goes in the front half. Everything goes in the front half. We don't need that till later. Pretty much just need to slide this cover on the bottom, but we can also do that at the end. If you forget about it, it's fine. We don't want to forget about these, so we'll put those in now. But yeah, we will be sanding this down in a second, but I want to put that up to the side and put the rest of this together. I don't think I put that on camera because I was talking and not focusing on being a good streamer. But reset button, you just pop that in there. Same thing with the power switch. Just pop that in there. Slides back and forth, and we'll make sure it's in the off position, or at least matches whatever position the actual power switch is on. And then we can slot this in here the correct way. Click that into place. Then we can get our springs back out. And this is the square one, so we can put our spring in like so. And this will bounce out, that's fine. Because we need to lock it down. Where did the other spring go? There it is. Put the other spring in. I'm putting that in backwards. And that will go up against this post. Then, I believe... Nope, other side. These do only go in one way, but it's pretty easy to figure out which one is which. We can screw this down. Gotta flip the ratchet around, dang it. Just get it a little screwed down there so we can get this other side back on. And this is where the forearms are going to start to burn, because we are going to be driving brand new, or not brand new screws, but making brand new threads in the brand new plastic for these screws. It's going to take a little extra muscle. We only have to do this like 20 more times. Justin, I didn't even notice. Are you in here? I didn't notice 13 minutes ago. Justin bought the Midnight Blue. The Midnight Blue N64. Thank you, Justin. Did you say anything in chat? High Speed Edo does make really good kits. I agree. challenge suggestion, HDMI mod without flux. Not gonna happen. I'm saving up some money to get a laminated V5 kit and replace my Funny Playing 3.0 kit because your videos convinced me it's a lot better. Okay. As much as I dislike that kit, I still firmly believe that there is no need to upgrade from any IPS kit to another IPS kit. Even on the GBC side of things, I don't think there's any reason, if you already have an IPS kit, you don't need an OLED Game Boy unless you have the funds and you want to. But unless that kit is having as many problems as I've had with it, the more recent ones that they've been making seem to be fine. I have sold a couple on my website recently because of the Funny Playing motherboard and compatibility issues that I still want to make a video about, but I need to know more information. Anyways, it's just not fun to put it together. The screen itself is honestly really good. It's just the touchpad had major issues when it first released and nobody seemed to talk about it. Maybe I was just so unlucky that it happened with all of my kits when I initially got it. I don't know, but to me it was an issue that was quietly resolved because I haven't had any issues with it in the more recent times that I've worked with them. But if you really want to get a different kit, that's up to you. But I don't think it's necessary. I think I would rather put that money towards something else. But that's just me. Do what you want. Okay. But again, High-Speed Edo does make really great kits. I only said 2 packages, some replacement stickers because the Black Key didn't print. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know why you sent them until recently I saw that the black ink was coming off kind of easily. But these things get so beat up, I'm not too worried about it. I appreciate it either way, Josh. It is very kind of you. So the place I bought them from needed me to have 50 made in order to get them. Dang, that's a lot. Sent some to me and J Boy. Cool. I've talked to him a couple times. He seems pretty cool. How long you have been in this? How long have I been in the hobby? I have been doing this since the pandemic. I started in 2020, just like cleaning and recollecting my childhood stuff, as a lot of people did. And yeah, I just was like, I found some retro future videos. And I was like, man, I want to try this IPS kit thing, but that seems really hard to do, this soldering thing. And then I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad. And then I really, really got into it. I actually started, for those who have been around for a long time will know this, but I actually started selling, before I really made YouTube videos about it, selling hydro-dipped Game Boy Advance shells. And I was actually getting a little bit of just a few sales, and I thought it was pretty cool. And so I eventually made one IPS mod, and it didn't go the best. I'd be curious to see whoever bought that, how it's holding up, how they liked it. But yeah, it was not my best work. The first few were not my best work, if I'm being completely honest. But it just kind of took off from there, and I've been slowly growing the business more and more. And those metal pieces are probably going to follow a couple times. But what I'm going to do now is I got out the Sharpie, and this is really dark and focused on the wrong part, but I'm just going to mark where the HDMI port is and how wide it is, and try and do the depth of it. That way, when I'm sanding, I and see where I need to go. I'm just going to keep putting these metal tabs back in as they fall out, even though they're probably going to fall out a couple more times, just because I don't want to forget to put them in and then have it all put together and, oh, dang it, kind of thing, you know? Yeah, 2020 was the start of a lot of people's hobbies, not just retro video games. Okay, I'm actually going to flip it this way because that makes more sense for me. Or should I do... It's not going to be the most centered on camera. That's all right. I am going to get out the craft knife. I don't think I'm going to need that. I don't know. I think I ended up removing this from the stream links in the description, but I have this file set that I bought. It's pretty decent. It might be linked down below. If not, it's definitely linked in the video from Friday and on that video. That'll be helpful for tearing this apart. I do need to update my tools list on my website. I apologize, but these are the two tools I'm going to be using. I might bust out the flush cutters, but I am going to do a little bit of sawing here with the craft knife. I'm going to move this a little bit over so we're not rubbing up against my MacBook. And then we'll do this. There might be some vibrations or knocks as I do this. I apologize. This is not going to be the most amazing sounding stream. I'm going to reinsert that, and that actually looks pretty good. So I'm actually going to just keep sawing away. Try not to cut anywhere else. Okay. I think I will have a lot more speed with the file here, but having those marks does make it a lot nicer to know where I'm going here. Might also be a little quieter here. I was thinking I might do my MacBook story time here. I also don't want to talk too much about the MacBook because that will be the next video, and I'm hoping to get it up for the members this Friday, but we'll see. I'm actually hoping to finish the video today or tomorrow, but it won't go up for the members for a couple days, at the very least. Let's see. Apparently black ink doesn't print right on glossy paper, so the new stickers blend the other colors to look black. Ah. I learned something new too. I've made a few stickers before, but maybe I just haven't used as much black ink as I thought. I'm actually going to make more stickers soon because I since I fixed my MacBook, if you don't know, they make you just replace the entire lid, like the entire top half, and that means that all of the stickers that I had on my laptop are gone. And I wanted to try and heat it up and transfer them, but it doesn't work so well. Vinyl will just stretch, even when heated, at varying temperatures. And the majority of the stickers on my laptop were vinyl, so I was not able to transfer any of them, and so I was kind of sad about that. And a lot of the stickers that I care about on my old laptop screen are my own designs, so I can just print them myself. And that's what I'm going to be doing. But one of them, like, I love Ted Lasso, and I had the Believe poster as a sticker that I bought when I bought one of my Ted Lasso shirts. And I don't really want to buy the sticker again, so I might just make my own. Hey, Mikey. It's going good. I'm sanding. How's it going? How's work, Mikey? Oh, Mikey, you're going to be featured in the next video because I'm going to get to reuse my clip of you flipping my MacBook box around when we bought it at Best Buy. Because fun fact, Mikey was with me when we went to Best Buy to pick up my current MacBook that I'm streaming on. But Friday's video is not really going to be a tutorial, and even the second channel video, the next Friday's video, I should say, is not going to be a tutorial. And the second channel video is not a tutorial because trying to follow Apple's written tutorial was so bad that I couldn't even make a good video tutorial because I kept messing up so much. So yeah. If you were hoping for me to make a tutorial on how to replace a MacBook screen specifically to the model that I've got, you're out of luck. But if you want to watch me go through pain and misery of doing that swap, then the second channel video will be fun, and the story time on the main channel is a good one. I spent a lot of time writing the script, so. Okay. Let's blow this dust off. Let's see how well she does. Okay, so I do need to go a little bit deeper, and I need to go a little bit more to the right. I'm a little to the left here. That's all right. I never claimed that these would be good cutouts. I try my best. Want to go golfing this weekend? What day? Honestly, I don't. How much is par 3 again? I don't want to go to any real golf courses. I'm just not a big. I like golfing. I don't like doing 18 holes. Plus, I'm going to be spending a lot of money this month on other summer activities, so I don't really want to spend full golf course money. But Par 3 sounds like fun again. That's a lot different from golfing, Mikey. Hmm. I don't know. Par 3 is just more fun still. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. Which also, I guess I can announce I can announce now, most likely. I don't see why it wouldn't be. But I'm going to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Not a invited or featured creator / guest, but I will be roaming around the venue, the expo. If you want to come up and say hi, you are more than welcome to. I would actually love it. I've really only met one fan, and I feel like it's a little mean to say he's a fan because he's like one of the biggest helps for the YouTube channel, Rux, the Discord moderator, the stream moderator when he is here. I did get to meet him when I went in 2022. I skipped last year, but I want to go back this year. So I will be there. And I believe that's at the end of September instead of October this year, which I thought was interesting. And I will be at the Portland Zoo on Friday. It might be a little weirder of a place to meet me, but two years ago. But yes, Mikey went with me. Okay, I think this is enough. We'll see. Plop that back down into place. Okay, it's definitely wide enough on the right side, but it needs to be a little bit deeper. Kurt Von Gert, thank you, Jake. I modded all my Game Boys after your tutorials. I hope you make life savings. Greetings from Germany. Thank you. I am glad I was helpful. Those are my favorite comments to get. What's the point of getting stuff from Retro Game Repair Shop if I get stuff cheaper? Or I get stuff from AliExpress or whatever cheaper? Really not much other than saving. Like, it gets to you faster sometimes. If I'm being brutally honest, Retro Game Repair Shop has kind of been slipping on their customer service. I haven't personally bought from them in a while. Besides like the things that I can only exclusively get from them. But I have not been hearing great things from fellow creators in the space and from fans, viewers, that their customer service has not been great. And so I used to say that to buy from a retailer, you're getting faster shipping times and you're getting better customer service, because AliExpress customer service is not great. But it's like getting good customer service from eBay. It depends on the seller. But it's yeah. I honestly, you save a little bit on shipping time, but you're paying more for that. And sometimes they're not as fast as you would hope. . But if you want to give me kickback, if you want to give me a little money, then use sites like Retro Game Repair Shop and use my code Jake. But they do sell a few things that they are the only ones that sell. It's usually their UV printed shells. Like the Pokedex one that I use for the SP, and I think the Rayquaza one I've got up on my website right now, fully built. Those shells are prints from them. But that's your answer. That's my answer. Okay. Dang, that battery died fast. I think I need to buy new batteries for my camera. I will check this real quick off camera to see how the fitment is before I go get the new battery. I think that's good. So I will put the file away. Ah, man. I'll put them away later because I just dumped all of my files into the drawer they were resting in. Nice. If you're sensitive to noise, mute for like 5 seconds or turn your volume down or something. Take off your headphones. I'm going to vacuum this up. My vacuum is dying. That's what you get for getting one of those from AliExpress for like $5. But it got up enough of it that I can just wipe the rest down with paper towel and some alcohol. Okay. Now we can put this down. Mikey. $26 months and gifting 5 memberships. Can we go full screen? I guess. Oh yeah, my Stream Deck's still not working. The buttons are like showing up, but it doesn't want to work. Nope, my mute. Am I muted? Oh, the mute button works. Now it works. I try to mute myself and it works. And then all the buttons now work. But now we kind of want to be on the main screen. Thank you, Mikey. And welcome, TH. I've seen that name in the memberships before. Niles, the Phantom Rider, Red Dango, and Renolfo? Did I say that right? Welcome. If I said your name wrong, please correct me. We are going to put this back off to the side, and if you missed the first part of the stream, I need to fix that. Oh. Well, also, I need to put this down first. So I'm going to peel this. I think on some of them I didn't peel it and stick it down, but that's fine. It's really not necessary. But that is in, and then we can put this on top. And then we can put this on top. But we want to slide this in. And you can do the soldering before doing all this, but there we go. We're just going to do the soldering while it's fully inserted here. Yeah, and boom. It is slotted perfectly. It's just got a little bit of a gap on the left and right sides. That's all right. That's fine. Gotta take another drink, though. Why not a green LED to go with the green shell? Because I'm lazy. Because I'm lazy. I could do it. Meh. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's really that necessary. Could be cool. Meh. Okay. We are going to do this. And because I tried to do the lazy way of removing less screws, I ripped off 4 of these pads for this chip. I don't even know what this is. RAM? Possibly? Maybe? But these odd chips have 2 pins on each side on this side of it. So, yeah, we gotta resolder those down, which should not be too terribly difficult. You won't see this for another couple weeks, but I did get, oh, that looks so much bigger when it's all the way zoomed in like that. But I did get a fume extractor that I'm going to start using on stream because it's smarter and healthier to do that. You shouldn't really hear it other than a tiny bit when I talk, and even then it's going to be very quiet. But for this, I'm just going to hold the chip down. Solder it. Hold the chip down. Solder it. And I'll check. This is, yeah, I'm totally going to get in the way here. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh solder to this just because I can't really tell if it's soldered or not. But we're just going to add the tiniest little bit to the tip, and that's probably going to bridge it. Yep. Let me get one of my various pairs of tweezers out. Press the chip down while I'm soldering. And I just bridged 2 pins on the adjoining chip. So we'll clean the tip now that I think everything is soldered properly on the original problem child. And then we will do this. I'm going to put a little more flux down. Oh, I really should put this in the manual focus because I don't know how in focus this is. But there we go. I'm going to check again. All those pins look soldered down. Except for this. No, that was out of focus too. Now it looks good. Sorry, guys. But I will put on manual focus now. I'm gonna unplug the camera so I can do this faster. Because for some reason, the touchscreen just does not work when it's plugged into an HDMI source. Now I'm struggling to plug the HDMI cable back in. There we go. Okay. So we are going to be soldering to pins 6 through 26. Yep, says it on the ribbon cable there, which each dot signifies 5 pins. So we're going to be to the right of that first dot above that one, and then just solder all the way up along it. I'm actually going to up this to 330, and we're going to put a buttload of flux across all of those. A metric buttload for those across the pond. And I'm going to angle this. Actually, I will keep it angled like this. I usually tape it down, but I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier and put a little bit of solder on the tip. This is going to be tough. I'm going to move. Not again. Almost just took down the entire set. Why are we doing this? Okay. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Okay. Moving the mic over here, I might be a little quieter and the fan might be a little louder. I usually work at 300 degrees Celsius, but right now I'm working at 330. I don't really have a good explanation for why. I'm going to get up in here. This is as zoomed in as I can get, right? Yeah. I'm going to get up in here. I'm going to hold this down. I'm going to try and hold this down along the correct pins. I need to do a different angle. This is the better angle. Okay. That is a terrible soldering job, but that's all right. We're gonna clean the tip, put some flux down. We're just gonna keep doing that. Just clean and drag. Only problem here is I am one, gonna need a little more flux, but two, I'm off. I'm not lined up properly. So what I'm gonna do, actually, hold on, I need to get a little closer. Yeah, I'm in between the pins, so I'm going to use my tweezers to carefully lift up as I'm heating these pins. So I don't want to lift the pins, and I also do not want to rip the ribbon cable. So we're also going to need to clean up any bridges we see right here before we solder this back down. That also goes for the ribbon cable on the bottom side, but there's no bridges on the bottom side of this cable, so we are fine. There's a bridge on the top there, but that's fine. I think I do just need to get the tape out. But I'm also super stubborn and I don't want to do that. I'm going to put the tiniest bit more solder on my tip. A little bit more. And I think that's actually good now. It is hard for you guys to see the detail, but that looks good to me. I'm going to grab my phone and take a macro shot of it, and I'll show you guys. Is that, oh, I have to focus the camera on. There we go. Look at that. Some of these ones over here don't look amazing, but they all look connected. I want to double check. Yeah, there's no line there, so I don't need to be connected to that one. I think we're good. I think we're good. Maybe I'll mess around a little bit more with that right side. Slowly getting up the temperature. Okay. Okay, I think those are good. I think at this point we just need to test it. So, turn off the fan. I mean, I guess I'm soldering a couple more wires here, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Zooming out a bit, that is how tiny of soldering we were doing there. I say we, it was all me. You guys did nothing. But I'm going to put a little bit of solder on, or a little bit of flux on the 5-volt and the con. I don't know what any of the other pads do, but it's probably just for testing or for earlier revisions. But, ooh, I should probably look this up. But we're going to put a little bit of extra solder over on this pin. Goodness. Probably should get out the wires. It comes with so many wires, and I don't know why. Because I don't think it's enough wires to just wire these up individually for whatever reason. And I don't think it's enough. Alright, and it's way too many for the two things that you need to solder. And even then, you really don't need these. It's just easier than using the ribbon cable cuts that they have. And the 5-volt one's kind of easy to do if you want to use the ribbon cable and not the wires. But the con one, I struggle to just do the ribbon cable part of it. So that's why we do it like this. But I'm pretty sure that it's the second pin from the left on the bottom side of this chip. There we go. Let's double check that. I'm just gonna go to RGRS. Yep, the second pin from the left on that bottom there. Yep, cool. Probably don't need the mic this close to my face, but we nailed it. But since I used wires instead of the those pieces of the ribbon cable, I am going to cut up some pieces of Kapton tape. Holy crap! Some just fell. That's all right. We are going to cover up the unused ends with Kapton tape so it doesn't short to anything on the motherboard or the shielding. So that would be bad news. And I'm also going to bend this one a little bit so it's out of the way. It doesn't get a screw driven through it. Same thing with the bends of these. I'm just keeping it out of the way. And I'm not even actually doing a bend over here. I guess we were kind of off camera for that. But for this, you can do a light crease, but honestly, you don't need to. It'll just have a loop and it's fine. I'm just going to shove that in there as far as possible. Make sure that's even because it looks a little crooked. Maybe it's just not in all the way. Looks crooked. Maybe it's just slightly off. I don't know. It looks a little crooked to me. Okay. But now we can put, where is it? Our heat sink and stuff back on again. Don't do what I did. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Do not do what I did, because that ended up costing me a little time. We've got that backwards. Just making sure we're not going to have any ribbon cables or any wires be ruined by some screws. I don't see any wires or ribbons through any of these screw holes. So I think we're good. Now, we're just going to send it. I was going to say that I'll test it. Nah. Confident. Okay, maybe I should test it. I'll put in a couple of screws. Put in these two long screws. I'll put in these two long screws. And I think that's fine. Here's the adapter that you will get with your N64. You just plug it in there, because I don't think most people... I do not include an HDMI cable with these, because if I did, it would be a cheap one that is not very great. So, and you probably have an HDMI cable laying around somewhere that you can use. So there's no point in giving me or you extra costs. So I'm going to get out the HDMI cable that I normally use for the GameCube mods, or these streams. Plug her in here. I'm going to grab one of these, which I am including third-party power cables, because N64s have a weird proprietary power supply / cable. So you will get one of these included in your order, but it is a US plug. Same thing goes for GameCube. So if you're international, just beware. You're not getting your country's power plug. You're getting my country's power plug. And I guess I gotta get a game and a controller. Be right back. Got the knockoff EverDrive that I got on AliExpress, and I think it's my brother-in-law's N64 controller. Hey, Will. But we can swap over to the games tab. It's gonna look a little funky. Actually, I don't even think this will properly work. We can turn it on. Hold on. Oh. Jumper pack. Yep, okay. We need to flip it to this tab, and we need to transform to fit the screen. There we go. It looks a little weird on this menu, I know. Bear with me. Let's go into Mario Party 2. Why not? It will fix itself. It is a weird incompatibility with my cartridge on the menu, and half the time it does work. But other than that, it will look nice and crispy right here. Well, it's going to look as crispy as N64 games can be, because it is 360p being upscaled to 720p, and then it's going to be not upscaled, but stretched to 1080p for the stream. So it's looking pretty dang good, though. And as far as I know, it is working. I don't know if we can get the I don't know if we're gonna be able to get any audio coming from this. Let me swap this over to here. That's not right. I don't know. My my uh my MacBook does not like outputting sound from the HD60 for whatever reason. It could be the soldering job. It could be that this is not plugged in properly. I'm gonna try it over on my main TV real quick before we get too deep. Actually, I shouldn't even say my MacBook. Streamlabs does not like taking audio from my capture card, and I don't know why. So, bear with me. You guys hear that? That's perfect audio right there. Yep, that's just Streamlabs. Cool. Yeah, I know there's no video right now. I was over at my other TV. My TV. Okay. Now we can put the rest of this together. Cool. I promise it works. We will try it again when we're fully put together. But I do promise that the audio works. I may have also not had the HDMI plugged in all the way. Okay. Let's see. No, screws. We need to put more screws in. Well, that's not the right screw. I'm going to take this out. Because I think we have to take it out to put the top half on anyways. Yeah, any questions, comments, concerns? Next video will be about fixing my MacBook, the story of that, and the accompanying video on the second channel will be me doing it live, getting my reactions to it, and seeing how enraged I get, because I get pretty pissed off in that video. I was not a happy camper. And then after that, we'll be back to, I think, hopefully, I don't want to jinx it, but finally doing the Ultimate Game Boy Color kit comparison. Can't say IPS kit comparison because there's an OLED kit now. I was working on that video, or I was planning that video when the OLED video, or the OLED kit came out. And then the OLED kit really threw a wrench in the plans a couple of times for that video. But think I'm finally going to get to do that now. And then another video that's also been pushed back by multiple videos that I've actually had completed. I've completed this mod for months now. I will be making a video on that as well. And then one that I don't want to say too much, but one that I've had the parts to do for a very, very long time. I think over a year now. And I'm finally going to do the mod. That'll be in October, though. I think that'll be the first video of October. So I've got the next 3 videos planned out. I'm thinking one of my November videos will be an updated holiday gift guide. Might even be October, just because I don't want to do it. It's like you want to do a holiday gift giving guide in December, but then people are, if you're, ahead of things, on top of things, you get gifts in like November. So I want to do November, but then like SEO wise, you really shouldn't post it until December. But it's like, I don't know. I know a lot of people get last minute gifts and stuff, but I feel like the things that I'm going to put on this gift guide and the things that I put on the last gift guide are not really last minute gift ideas. So, yeah. And there's the burn of the forearm. But those are all of the internal screws, and we can put the top half on. Power switch is in the off position. Power plastic switch is in the off position. We should be able to close all of that up. Cool. And we can flip this over, put these in their spots. Drop one in there, drop one in there. I hate trying to put these screws into the screw holes. It's really hard when they're not like a Phillips bit or something. Game bit screws just suck. I don't like them. There we go. Just start that screw so I can get the other ones going in there. And these are going to be a pain in the butt to do. That's all right. I'm going to take the extendo bit off. Make it a little easier on me. Just drop all of those in there. See if we can. There we go. Just starting all of these screws because they are a pain in the butt to make new threads for. And honestly, I'm going to be doing it. There's no one there. There's no one. No one's at the door. I don't know why she's barking. Nugget. You're fine. You're okay. I promise. But I'm going to be screwing it together like this, because it's easier. Hello, Retro Rich. How you doing? Did you watch the second channel video? Because you were the one that asked about the second channel video last week, right? Nugget, stop. Please. There's no need to growl or bark right now. I have an N64 with really bad corrosion on the screws. Is there a way to extract them? You could drill them out. um, they wouldn't be reusable, but you could take a drill bit and drill the top off, and then you'd be able to maybe extract them with some pliers. Um, that's what I do for Game Boy screws when they are corroded out of existence. Okay, I think that one's done. Because I don't think I'm stripping it, but it's not wanting to go anymore. You just have to put so much pressure on these so you don't strip them. There we go. That one felt good. But my forearm is burning. Ugh. Now I'm getting warm because I'm wearing a Lightning McQueen sweatshirt and it's still summer. It's only 72 out though. It's cloudy. Okay. I think this is the last one. We'll check. There we go. Wow, that one seemed to go forever. I'm actually tired. That's a workout. You might think it's sad, but you try it. These screws suck. Require a lot of pressure. And it's brand new plastic that I think is... I don't think they made the screw holes big enough on these, and I think that's why it's harder to drive in. That's alright. There's only a lot of them. Hi, Uma. And the last piece of the puzzle pie. I don't know why I said pie, but it does come with a new sticker, the N64 logo. They just probably don't advertise it because it is Nintendo property. The only thing with this sticker, well, I don't know if it's the sticker or the cutout, probably would make sense to make the cut of the sticker better. Actually, that one went in pretty darn well. But normally, when I was putting these in for the other ones, it would kind of like bunch up in the middle. But it also gets scratched and smudged really easily on this part. So beware of that. So yeah, we've got our HDMI port and we've got a new shell and it looks beautiful. We can put this in. We can put this in. And by the way, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but the analog analog output still works just fine. And actually, you can do both at the same time, I do believe. And you can have... Why won't this go in? There we go. So you can have it going on a CRT. Like if you want to use this to stream, you could stream the HDMI output while playing on a CRT, if that's your thing. I know a lot of people will do that. So this is kind of hard to stream from a CRT. Okay, let's try this again. Where did I put the N64 controllers? Across the room. All right. Okay. There we go. It's a little wonky again, but it's just in the menu. I promise. Let's go into Portal, because that's a fun game. And instantly loading you in. I don't know. I think there's sound to this one, but I'm not muting, but I am going to not. You're not going to be able to hear me for a second because I'm going to swap it to the HDMI or the Elgato, the capture card, to see if the sound works. I do not get it. Okay, we'll look around real quick. Portal's really weird on the N64, but if you've never heard of this port, it is pretty cool. You move forward and back with the D-pad, and you look around with the stick. And I haven't updated this. This is not like the latest update, but I'm also really bad at controlling the N64. But I don't know if he's done the full game yet. But it's a really cool project. But as you can see, it works. See how Conkers looks? Alright. I think if I hit the reset button, it resets the game. Oh no, it goes back to the menu. Load Conkers up, and then I'm going to plug it back into my TV to make sure that the sound is working. Because I think it's just my capture card that's freaking out. So I spent so many days after school at a friend's house playing his Diddy Kong Racing. Was one of my favorites. I didn't grow up with the N64. I'm a little too young to have grown up with it. That was the console that was current when I was born, but that was when I was born, so. Frame rate's still going to be not amazing because it's an N64, but it's kind of a dark game. But it's clean. You can read the text. Everything's good. So I'm going to flip this back over to the main. We're going to turn that off. I'm going to double check the audio once again. I don't know why I'm unplugging that. We just want to unplug this. This. It could also be my HDMI, because that is the world's cheapest HDMI cable that I'm using over here. It could also be the HDMI adapter, but I don't think so. Actually, I will check that, since this will be included. Alright. I guess we can go full screen for this. Going back into Mario Party. I don't even know if I can angle it more. There's the dog. My game was corrupted. All of my save data has been erased. I don't have any save data. That was with this HDMI adapter, just so we're clear. So it all works. It's just my capture card or the HDMI that I'm using over here. So I know I hate when I'm doing streams and it doesn't work properly on stream, but off camera it's totally fine and I have to make a bunch of promises. But I promise this is good. And if you've ever had an issue with any of my stuff, you know I handle it properly. So anyways, we can flip back over to this, show off. You get the third party, I guess, aftermarket. Third party aftermarket? I guess it's the same. US plug power supply. You get the mini to regular HDMI adapter, and you get the console. There's no controller because N64 controllers are a pain in the butt to fix, and they're also an extra expense that, I don't know, you probably want to get your own color of N64 controller anyways, so I just don't bother offering it. That's why I don't do it with the GameCube. And then I feel like everybody's got an HDMI cable, one or two extra ones laying around, so I don't include one because it would just be the cheap ones that aren't really worth it for you or me. And obviously no games are included. So you get the console, you get the power cable. If you're not in the US or not using the same plug as us, then let me know. I will try to reach out to you if you don't reach out to me first. But I do also have that in the description, so be careful. And is there anything else that I need to say about this other than let's just add one more to inventory? Because the one that I made in the video, the other jungle green one, is already sold. So if you check the link in the description, it will bring you to the N64 page that now has a jungle green that has one in stock. At least it should. There we go. And you can see all the other colors that are currently in stock. The plain black one has a little bit of cracking on controller port 1. It does not affect anything other than the looks. It is just aesthetic, but I did knock it down $10, I think. So, yeah. That is, I believe, everything. It is region free because of the new shell. And, yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to say. Everything is good to go. So if you want it, it is up for sale now, and all the other colors that are still available are for sale now. I don't know when I'm going to do the next restock of them, but I'm assuming that these ones that I've got up right now are going to sell fast because I've already sold 4 of the, I guess now 11 that I put up for sale. So it's going pretty well so far, and I think it will end up being a mainstay. I also, I'm debating stopping selling Game Boy macros, just because they're kind of annoying to do, and they don't make a ton of money for me, and they don't sell super well. And to some people, they're controversial for whatever reason. So I think I might stop macros after I run out of DS Lites. Not for sure on that, but if you've been wanting a macro from me, now would be the time to do so. Which does suck, because that's the other thing besides the Hydro Dip shells that I did get started with was macros. That was kind of the reason I started making videos about this stuff on YouTube. So yeah, I just realized you can actually touch the mod board from here because it's exposed. That's all right. Appreciate your videos, my dude. Gonna start a new hobby for retro gaming. Took your advice from many videos for using iFixit. Excited to do my first one. Have an old GBC and GBA SP. Well, thank you. I hope it goes well. If you have any troubles, join the Discord. There's a whole help section for that. So, all right. I think that's about it from me. Again, if you want an N64 with an HDMI mod, go check out the link in the description. It should be the top link in the description. And if you want to join the mod squad, like the 5 new people that we've got, thanks to Mikey Gifton 5 after the resub of his 26th month. Goodness gracious. To those 5 people who are new to the mod squad, or anybody else who wants to join, videos are live 1 week early. And sometimes there's extra stuff, but mostly I'm just putting the stuff out early for you guys. And there's also benefits for the Discord if you like that. But honestly, the members tab is not very active for Discord. That's partially my fault because I don't really go on the Discord that much, if I'm being honest. But I think that's it to go over. MacBook fixing video, the self-service review of Apple's self-service repair program. That'll be up this Friday for the members, hopefully, and definitely next Friday for everybody else. So, yeah. I got to get used to this whole streaming thing because it's been 3 weeks. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for coming out. And like Andrew says, have a good day. Andrew, I hope you got my email. I just realized that because I know you got 2 of these, or at least you and someone else did, and I hope that wasn't a surprise that I ruined. But yeah, the boxes, I should say that for everybody. If you bought an N64 or if you're buying an N64, the boxes, the shipping boxes for these, I actually got an update. It's going to come 1 day early tomorrow. So I'll be hopefully shipping out all those orders tomorrow, if not Wednesday. So yeah, that's why they've been late. But anyways, with the sirens in the background, I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. They're not coming for me. Or they just stopped their sirens. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't do anything bad. I'm a good boy. I swear.